looking? What you gotta cooking? What you gotta cook it? 'Cause I'm hoping hard it be me hiding in your favorite recipe.
Hi everybody, I'm Jill Ferris. This is Cooking for Bachelors. We are on our new set in Red Hook, Brooklyn, New York, and across the world on the internet. And we have a live studio audience today. Woo! And for a surprise, I'm gonna call my friend Brad to come cook with me.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Come over this way. Hi Brad, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. You know, Brad made this dish for me at his house. Yeah.
Indeed.
And it was delicious. But I said, when I looked at the recipe, I thought there might be ways that we can make this go a little faster.
Yeah, I cook mostly paleo, so I try to avoid a lot of sugar. So she gave it her own little punch, and it's actually much better now.
Yeah, but I didn't put any sugar in. And I think it was just the process of like, we're gonna brown the meat first.
Sure.
And then cook the vegetables and then cook it all together. So in our bag, we're gonna do a little basting in the bag with the dry ingredients. What do we have? Cumin, about a teaspoon, whatever. You know, you just want to coat the chicken. Some yellow curry, powdered curry. Some ground ginger. Do we have ground ginger in it?
I usually use fresh, but ground is cool too. Ginger's a good flavor. I love it.
All right, we'll just put a little ginger and then use a little fresh also, because we have some fresh cut up here.
Absolutely.
And turmeric we don't need. What else goes in it?
A little bit of
Little
cayenne,
salt.
depending on what you like as far as spice.
Okay, we have some of that.
Sure.
And we're gonna, our salt, this is our Himalayan sea salt, and I love this grinder
stuff.
because I pre-grind it and then just throw it in. Oop, oops. Some freshly ground pepper that I grated in my coffee bean grater.
The coffee grinder, right?
The
The
coffee
burr grinder?
grinder, yeah, and I use that for spices. Like I had to do my allspice today, and salt, pepper, and a little heat, right?
Yeah, a little bit of cayenne.
A little bit of cayenne. There's a lot of heat in this dish.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. And so this is a great way to coat anything. Well, small food. Small food. I mean, you wouldn't put a whole rack of ribs in here, but it's a great way to coat when you're frying chicken or anything like that. So we're gonna switch places.
Okay.
You're the chef today. I'm the
okay.
instructor. I'm the instructor.
All right.
Okay. I cut up the chicken for you already.
Wonderful.
It's in that container. And I cut smaller pieces than what you made. So I think that might be a difference. So if your chicken is really small pieces, it's going to cook in just a few minutes. You leave it, we're using chicken thighs that have been skinned and deboned or boned. I don't know why they say boned when they take the bone out.
Depends what we're talking about, chicken or...
Exactly. All right, so let's just throw it in. I'll hold the bag
You got
open.
it. All right.
This is like the ugly part. Transferring anything in and out of these bags, even though they work so well.
All right.
Okay, so what's good about this, you just zipper it up and you can toss it around and make sure everything's coated. How's it going? How's it going?
This is the fun part.
This is the
It's
fun part.
intermission.
And you don't get dirty.
There you go.
Not yet. Okay. So I got you the coconut oil that you like to make it with.
Indeed, yeah, it's a great all-around high heat cooking. You know, it doesn't like burn or sear like olive oil might. It kind of smokes if you get it too hot. Coconut oil actually maintains its integrity. It's also got a lot of saturated fat, so it's really healthy as well.
I think coconut oil, you can heat the highest temperature.
Out of all the
oil.
conventional oils, I think grapeseed oil you might be able to go a little bit hotter, but I'm not totally sure about that, so don't quote me on that.
But you know what, I learned something about oils, that you want the omega-3 to be, all right, you gotta stop that while we're talking.
First time.
Or it's gonna be like, the omega-3s have to be higher than the omega-6s. So there were some oils that I used to use that I thought that were really better, which like safflower and sunflower, and now I heard that, no. So I am sticking to that coconut and olive, and when I'm frying, I use the light olive oil.
Yeah, saute.
Or you could use the coconut too. It's a little expensive though. But so let's heat up the pan.
Sure. Wonderful.
You have some spoons over here. I'm the instructor today.
All right.
So what? Yeah, I did. I kind of like remade it a different way, and I think it's a little faster, and I think it works really nicely. And I added some ingredients too. Ooh.
All right, we got a nice sear on this bad boy.
Yeah, that oil heats up very quickly too. not sizzling yet.
It's my favorite sound too. Oh, there it goes.
There it comes.
Just took a second.
He's making a lot of noise with that band.
Or if you get lazy like me. There
Yeah,
we
you
go.
could just spill it all in there, I guess. It didn't work. It worked
This is
out good.
coaching for Bachelors. I am a real life bachelor. By the way.
I know, isn't it wonderful? It's a real study. See, it works. It works. Well, what's funny is though, he taught me this dish. And if you want the recipe to this, it's,
Oh, yeah.
it's on Brad's website.
You can check out my blog at anonymousexploits.com.
anonymousexploits.com. And you put recipes for anonymous exploits, really?
Yeah, I talk about everything. Man of many interests, master of none.
Okay. So
All right.
yeah, you just want to let that sear, and then take it out once the seasoning starts browning. Okay, so that was tossed in there for about, what do you say?
3 to 4 minutes, roughly.
Yeah, that's all you need. And the meat will be partially cooked, but it starts browning and starts getting that nice flavor. And also, the seasoning gets toasted in the pan. So I'm going to finish cutting up some garlic for you. There's onions and fresh ginger and fresh garlic that we're going to put in the pan when the meat comes out. Yeah, and oh, and look, like because they're thighs, there's a little bit of chicken fat in there. That's a good part. Yeah, that's a good part. And once you're done with that, I have the vegetables that you could just throw in, and we'll start cooking those until they wilt and they get a little bit transparent. You want them to start cooking because then we're going to add the chicken back in with some wet ingredients. So it's warm enough
All right.
to heat this up. Okay,
Get our veggies in.
get our veggies in. Oh, I got a wooden spoon for you.
Wonderful, thank you. Yeah, now we're
And now
talking.
you want to scrape up all that seasoning in there that was seared. Now, what do you think about? There's two ingredients I think might go well. One is peas. These are fresh green peas, and I'm dying to use them in something. I haven't cooked them, and I think this would just contrast the spiciness.
Sure, I
little
think that
bit.
sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, well, they're fresh raw peas, but we're just gonna cook them, and they cook so quickly. They'll cook while we're cooking everything down. And then I also topped it off with coconut milk.
Coconut milk is delicious, absolutely. Yeah, let's
All
give it a
right,
shot.
good. How's that doing in there?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another minute or so.
Another minute. So you're gonna cook them down for just a few minutes. The coconut oil is so great because it heats up fast, it cooks quickly, it doesn't have that stinky burn, smell that some oils do if you're gonna really cook at that high temperature. Although it's not that high. It's not that high, it's medium. And then only about halfway through on your vegetables. The onion, you want it to start getting transparent, but you don't want it to be caramelized already. How are we doing? I have to give it a professional check.
Give it a shot.
It smells amazing, doesn't it?
Delicious.
I would say, let's add your chicken back in. I think
All
we're
right.
ready to go on that. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I got a better idea.
Oh,
Okay. I thought we would add some red curry paste.
good idea.
Yeah, I think a couple of spoonfuls of that, maybe
2.
3. That's a tiny spoonful.
You got it.
It's like a nice teaspoon, one of those long ones.
Okay.
Okay. And you like the sriracha?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Can't get enough of that.
Can't get enough. All right, I have to open it from the top because I didn't do such a good job opening the container. Sorry.
All right. Get some of that in there.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
when?
yeah. Get generous. Go get crazy. Don't get so crazy. And then some of the coconut. I think about half of that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, a
One more?
little bit more. Coconut milk looks really weird. It looks like coagulated milk, but it's just because it's really the fat of the coconut kind of solidifies a little once it cooks down. Yeah, so now that liquid is going to scrape everything, all the good juices and the seasoning on the bottom of the pan. And now you can throw your chicken back in.
Okay.
And that's usually the process of cooking. You brown your meat, you sear your meat. If you were making a soup, you would do the same thing. You would brown your meat, take out your meat, put in your vegetables, brown your vegetables, throw everything back in with the liquids. And I think now is time to put the peas in. Yeah, that's good. Maybe you need a little bit more coconut milk.
Good idea.
Good idea. Oh, I have it.
Oh,
Here you
thank
go.
you.
Oh, that looks so good.
Right? It's really
Does it
coming
smell
together.
good?
more?
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, come on, you cook. All right. You have to let people be creative on their own. So now we'll cover this. I think it would take about maybe 5 minutes to come all together.
Get a nice simmer going?
Yeah, get a
All
nice
right.
simmer going.
Let's do it.
Just cover that up. Okay, so how are we doing? What does it look like?
It's looking pretty good. We've had it simmering now for
that's
about
some
3 to 5
simmer.
minutes. Yeah, it's looking really good. The sauces are starting to all kind of jumble together. The chicken looks like it's just about cooked all the way through.
You
So
know-
we're gonna go ahead and,
You know what I did was, I suggest squeeze a little fresh lime juice.
yeah,
in.
that sounds really good actually. Let's do that, absolutely.
And what I'm doing is I'm cutting little basil ribbons to garnish. That's gonna be nice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm-
Fresh basil's my favorite.
A Thai basil would be good, but since we just have regular basil. So we're done, you think?
Just about, yeah.
Ready to plate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Say that louder. Oh, it looks yummy.
Yeah, it's really coming together nice.
How does it smell, everybody?
So ready to plate this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So,
Okay.
you see how good that is? If you want me to come in your house and show you how to cook, I'm available.
Get a little of the sauce, because that's where the flavor lies.
That's where the heat lies.
Oh boy.
Okay, and sprinkle a little bit of the basil. Now you could eat this with rice, but Brad professes to a paleo diet. You want to just explain a little bit of that?
So yeah, I try to avoid a lot of starch in my normal diet. I mean, I do eat it from time to time, but I would say day in, day out, I try to stick to more vegetables, proteins, good fats. I drink a lot of water. You know, I just try to keep my basic diet very clean.
This is the
Yeah.
hunter-gatherer diet.
Yeah.
So it's basically, wheat,
A little more
anything
modern,
that's ready or whatever. Everything has to be processed so much to
Sure.
be turned into flour. And here is like, you pick it, you eat it. That's it. All right, let's taste it.
Ready? Rolling?
Ready?
Okay. Ready?
Go.
All right.
Mmm.
Very tender. Awesome. Yeah, the spices really come together quickly.
Thank you.
Thank you.